What's going on? What's good? We are back for another live recording. So, I want to go ahead and get all the good stuff out the way because, bro, we got some good topics to talk about today. Man, listen. We gonna get to it. But first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure and thank you guys for those of you who continue to keep rocking with your boy, who continue to keep tapping in with your boy. I want to thank you. Hey, also, if you haven't noticed, you see your boy got another comfort hoodie on. So I definitely need y'all to go ahead, grab you a hoodie right now. The link is in the description as well. I will pin it into the chat as well. So definitely go get you a comfort hoodie, man, especially now because we are in the time where it is getting cold. Winter time is around. I know y'all want to cuddle up with your cuddle buddies and all of that good stuff. But so before we get started, I definitely want to go ahead and do what I like to do and what I love to do to get us going, to get the body warm, to just let's have a good live. And that's with a cheers. Cheers to growth, truth, and keeping it real. Here's to leveling up and owning every part of the journey. Cheers to cutting through the noise and making moves that matter. Let's get it. Oh, that's a good one. Angels Envy. Hey, Angels Envy. That's a good one. So, I got some hot topics to talk about today, y'all. There's been some things going on. You know, I don't know if you guys heard of David Cooley. Got some things going on with him. A lot of people saying that he's been exposed. Me personally, I don't know. I don't agree with it. Then we talking about Kendrick Lamar. He's been going ham this year. Man. So we got a lot to talk about that, and because Lil Wayne, he responded to the situation, and so I want to dive a little deeper into that conversation, and then we'll finish up with LeBron James and Bronny. You know, because LeBron is tired of it. LeBron is tired of the hassling, the heckling of his son, but a lot of people say that it was his fault. But hey, we will get there. Trust me, we will get there. So I want to start off with this one first. We're not going to spend too much time with this David Cooley situation. I know y'all have seen it before. You know, when they were talking about the top tier man, and then coming to find out, apparently he ended up dating a woman that he met that already had a child, but apparently, according to everybody else, he's a hypocrite. That's what they're saying. He's a hypocrite. And so we're gonna listen a little bit to what he has to say in regards to everything. And me personally, before he dives into it, I definitely want to tell y'all that I personally don't agree with all the rhetoric that everybody's throwing at him and all the slander that they're throwing at him. I don't agree with it because I've listened to a lot of his views. I mean, a lot of his videos, and I agree with a lot of the shit that he was talking about. So, but we'll get there. So I want y'all to listen to a little bit of it, and I want y'all to I want y'all to let me know what y'all think and all that good stuff, right? So let's go ahead and dive into it. I want y'all to listen to him, hear what Mr. Cooley got to say. Oh, let me cut my. I knew I heard something playing. All right, let's cut that out. All right, let's see what Mr. Cooley talking about.
You wake up in your bed and you believe whatever you want. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. I know y'all like that, right? So there's a few things that we're going to get into tonight. It's been a lot of noise in these streets, and we're going to explain and expose all the misinformation and propaganda that these reaction channels is doing about Cooley and No Fugazi. So let's get down to business. One of my tenets are manipulation happens when you focus on the effects instead of going to the root, the cause of things. And many viewers out there have been manipulated by watching these reaction channels from these big platforms. So now let's actually go to the root of how this all actually started. So now I'm going to play clip number 1 where they edited things out to make it seem like...
Mind you. So one of the clips came from the tonight's conversation. Now, I don't know how much y'all know about tonight's conversation, but in my personal opinion, that's a trash podcast because there are a lot of feminists on there, men and women, who only see things through one lens. They don't look at it from an objective perspective. They only look at it from one side, and that's the extremely emotional side of things. And so what he's going to get into is two of the topics in regards to one where he was talking about him being the top tier man. And he's going to dive a little bit deeper into that because on TikTok and other clippings from tonight's conversation, they clipped out some important pieces in regards to that conversation that he had. And everybody had their spiel about him, of course, right? But he's going to get to that point, and then I think he's going to play another video explaining the situation with him and the mother of his child, right? So let's get into it.
I said I was a top tier man. One day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, well, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Now, see, even in that, for those of you who were actively listening, he said if we're just talking about that aspect of it, the physicality aspect of it, then that's what typically a top tier man would be. 6'4", make over six figures, and on top of that, you're black. Come on, dog. Like, we can all agree to that, right?
Before we go, what's your math saying?
A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character. A top tier man is a man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people. A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship.
All right, so you just got
You don't leave with love. But
finished with that clip, and that was the edited version of the clip. So here's the full version of the clip.
that was the right,
Right?
full version. Now listen.
Let's go ahead and play that. That is the truth.
Okay, so since
I
we're
don't
speaking
care about
about
going broke or none of that.
so since
You
we're
believe,
speaking about
you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
By what standard? Well,
I'm
when I'm in a
interested to know.
relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
When I'm in a
Interested to know.
relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
as you can see in that clip, I never said I was a top tier man. As
That's why we always say you can't listen to everything. When people start going on rants and people start doing reactions to your videos, make sure y'all get the full clipping of it first, and make sure you get the full context of what the person is saying instead of just making your assumption or giving your conclusion based off of the video that you saw. Get the full information first, dog.
you can also see in that clip, the woman, she spoke about values. I spoke about tiers. I spoke about the prerequisites, the things that a man has to meet before a woman even gives him a chance. So generally speaking, women are attracted to height, income, and race. That's to get the man in the door. The values and his character and his personality and him being a virtuous individual, that comes after the man meets the woman's prerequisites. So what that woman just stated was manipulation. She spoke about the effects. I actually spoke about the cause. I went to the root of it. So think about it. If a woman actually did meet a man and he embodied all of those values that that woman stated, but he was 5'2" and broke, she wouldn't give him a chance, and most women wouldn't either. Now, since you just watched that clip and you got the truth, now let's get into the next lie that they told.
That's why he thinks he's a top tier man because he's 6'4".
I don't know. So I don't know if y'all know who this cat is, bro. I don't know who y'all know who this cat is, but I don't want to shame anybody, and nor do I want to talk about somebody in the sense of when they can't defend themselves. However, it's always men who look like this who tend to cape for a lot of women. It's cats who look like this. Feminine looking. I mean, there are some nerds, but nerdy looking, got his long hair, got the sweatband or headband on. You know what I mean? Can't even grow a full beard out. Just real feminine looking. It's always cats like this who always let's move on. Let's move. Let's move. Just I need a lot of men to stop caving for a lot of women. I need y'all to stop doing it. I really do. Because at the end of the day, now mind you, he is married, he got kids and all that, so cool, good for him, right? But in most cases, you know, he grew up in a looking at his background, I think he grew up in a two-parent household, grandfather and all that good stuff. So he's married with children. So, you know, shout out to him. But a lot of his content, bro, I just can't get right with it. I just can't, bro. Let's move on.
And black.
Look at this. Look at the facial expression.
This is why. He's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to from hypocrites. A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids with a single mother who was a BBL Becky.
One, chick does not have a BBL. Y'all saying BBL Becky. Y'all funny. So as you all just witnessed in that clip, it shows that, oh, well, Cooley is saying these things about not dating a single mom, but he's actually dating one. So hypocritical. Well, let's actually play some clips where I always speak about these things on my podcast, and I've never lied about my life. And I have almost 2 million followers on TikTok where it shows my personal life. So how can they be exposing anything when I put this out there for the world to see? And I've spoke about these things many times on my podcast. You're in the 18 percentile like myself. I have full custody of my kid, right? Difference between me and you is I met my girl when we got together when we were 25. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yes, we both had children. So we came into the relationship with children, but I was young and she was young. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't have to build on anything. We were kind of just young together, figuring things out. Okay, so now
all right, so that's all I want to stop to. I want to move on to the next topic. So before I move on to the next topic, look, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on to my live. You know, it helps the algorithm. It helps keep pushing it out to more people who want to watch the type of live that I got. And also, don't forget, make sure you go and hit the link in the description to go and get you a comfort hoodie today. 15% off, man. They got the hoodie, they got the bottoms, they got one for your dog if you want one. Look, man, they go and check it out and go and grab you one today. But so the next conversation I want to get into, bro, I want to get into the meat and potatoes of this live. I know y'all, it's only been maybe 48 hours, 72 maybe at the latest. Kendrick Lamar has dropped the album, y'all. Dropped the album. And I'm not gonna lie, it goes hard, dog. So what I want to do, I want to play it. I want to play one of the main songs that's kind of sparking a lot of drama with a lot of other artists, such as Lil Wayne. Oh man, because it's stirring up the pot a little bit. So I want to show y'all exactly what Lil Wayne said in regards to one of Kendrick Lamar's songs, and it got people going nuts right now. So I want to show y'all what he said. I'm gonna show you exactly what he said. So Lil Wayne says, "Man, what the fuck I do? I just be chilling and they still come for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love." He said, "On me, love." Now, he said, "What the fuck did I do?" So I'm gonna play the song. By the way, this isn't my song. I'm not the creator of it, but I am listening to it as a consumer, as everybody else. So I want to play the song. So I want y'all to sit here and listen to it with me. It goes hard though. It goes hard. I ain't gonna lie with you. So hold on. Let me pull it up. It's called Whacked Out Murals. Whacked Out Murals. Let's get it. Buddy is straight cooking, bro. Straight cooking. So I want to get into the conversation though. I want to get into the conversation in regards to Lil Wayne said, "What the fuck did I do?" Right? He said, "What the fuck did I do?" Well, he said it in the song. The only person that congratulated him was Nas. The only person that congratulated him was Nas. Mind you, even in the song, he mentioned that he looked up to Lil Wayne. Listen to all his shit. If you ask me, let me pull it back up. If y'all remember the Carter, was it the Carter 3? If y'all remember the Carter 3, look at this. Look at this. If y'all remember the Carter 3, that's similar to the same picture that Lil Wayne took in front of what was it? It was the Rolls Royce. It was the Rolls Royce. Similar to the same pic. Now, could it be it was because of his idol, or he just playing boogie? He's just playing the boogeyman and he just mocking. We know how Kendrick do. But to be real though, look. Let's be 100% honest. Looking at the last concert that Lil Wayne did, being objective about this, not trying to be like, oh man, no, it's the GOAT. It's because it's New Orleans. Let's be real. The last concert he had, that shit was trash. It was trash. I'm talking hot garbage. You understand me? Hot garbage. Don't nobody want to hear all that mumbling, screaming shit that he doing, man. Don't nobody want to hear that. They want to see a performance. And I'm sorry, Lil Wayne ain't a performer, dog. He's not a real performer. All that running up and down the stage and just screaming, and I am, I want Ain't nobody want to hear that shit all the goddamn Super Bowl halftime, man. Nobody want to hear that. You want to see a true performance. And it's only right because Kendrick Lamar just straight wiped the floor with Drake and then kicked the man while he was down by playing They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. Now you got Drake over there going, Drake went back to R&B after that. He rapped Drake back into R&B, dog. And Wayne over here talking about don't wake up the beast. Don't wake up the beast, you know what I'm saying? No, what you mean? As a fellow artist from a kid who looked up to you, who was the GOAT to you, you couldn't even congratulate him? All because you butt hurt because New Orleans and the Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans, and they decided they rather go with the hot kid right now over you because it's your city. No. Now, if you were smart, now me thinking how I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, bet. How about this, big dog? The Super Bowl is next year. How about we get together and let's make a song together? So that way, I'm talking about make a hot song, a dope song, make it go platinum, diamond even. Then, because it'll be still fresh in everybody's head and mind, you then, as a guest, you bring Lil Wayne up on stage with you. If Lil Wayne was smart about the situation, there could have been a win-win situation with this. If you're smart about it, if you're a smart businessman. So I don't know who this content might reach, but if it reaches somebody up there in the music industry, that anybody that's close to Lil Wayne and or Kendrick Lamar, if Lil Wayne is smart, if he gets out of his feelings, he can reach out, amend things with Kendrick Lamar, then make a song together, make it go diamond. So I'm talking about some hot shit. Bringing that New Orleans flavor. I'm talking about don't bring this rock star ass mumbling ass, skateboarding ass Wayne. We want the old Carter Wayne. Bring the Carter Wayne and Kendrick Lamar. Bring y'all together. Bring that West Coast and bring that New Orleans flavor together. Make a dope ass song. Make it go platinum. Even get it to the point where it goes viral on TikTok and on Instagram, on YouTube, all of that. And then have Lil Wayne come out as a guest in the Super Bowl halftime. So that way it's a win-win for both New Orleans, Lil Wayne, and Lamar, West Coast. Why not do that? I mean, matter of fact, yeah, right. Okay. Makes sense. It makes sense to me. Tell me if I'm wrong. But as I said before, I've been wanting to talk about this, and I gotta say, bro, Kendrick Lamar is that guy. He's officially the best rapper alive right now. He's officially the best rapper alive, and I'm standing 10 toes on that. I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar since I was in college. Since I was in college, so that was back in 2011. Back in 2011, I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar since then. So this ain't one of those just bandwagon jump on situations. Because I remember my homie, he used to play this song. He used to play this song. Fuck that. Hey, dude. When I first heard it, I'm like, bro, why you keep playing this shit in repeat, bro? Stop playing this shit. But then he like, look, bro, just listen to it, bro. Like, just sit down, just listen to it, bro. I was like, all right. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna listen to it. And when I sat down and listened to it, I was like, damn, this dude tough. I was like, this dude Kendrick Lamar is tough. And then from that point on, I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar. So it's not like I'm this new bandwagon fan. I've been listening to him for a hot minute. That's why I knew out the gate that Kendrick Lamar was gonna beat Drake in the beef. I knew that. 1000%. I was listening to Drake too. But Drake is just a pop star, bro. Drake ain't real. Drake ain't like that. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. He ain't like that. That's why Kendrick Lamar wrapped him back into R&B. Oh my god, bro. So look, man, I would go. So look, man, but hey, it's neither here nor there. But like I said before, Lil Wayne, I don't look. I need y'all to hear this. I need y'all to push this content out. I need y'all to push it. I need y'all to share it. I need this to get to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, if you're smart, I need you to mend things with Kendrick Lamar. Make a song with Kendrick Lamar. Make it go platinum. Make it go viral. Once you make it go viral on all platforms, then you will have the ability to go live. I mean, to appear in the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. And there you go. Win-win situation for everybody. So, with that being said, I want to move on to the next conversation. But before I do that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the content, man. Look, I'm not asking y'all for money. I ain't asking y'all to send me a cash app. I ain't asking y'all to send me $20. Yeah, even though if you feel that as if you want to share to the cash app, look, the link is also in the description as well. But I'm not asking you for that. What I'm asking you to do is like, comment, and share to help keep pushing this content out to more people who would like to hear content like mine. Right? So I want to move on to the next conversation. I want to move on to the GOAT. Y'all know who the GOAT is. No, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that guy MJ. We talking about LeBron James. LeBron James. LeBron James. Talking about LeBron James. And so, first and foremost, I want to set the precedent by saying this. I don't care too much about athletes getting into politics. I mean, if they feel as if they need to do it, then do it because they're on the big stage. But if they're gonna do it, I need them to not do it just because they're paid to do it. If you get what I'm saying, kind of like how Beyonce was paid, like Meg Thee Stallion was paid, like Glorilla was paid, like Eminem was paid. For to push the people to vote for Kamala Harris, and it still was a fail. Shout out to the Kamala Harris voters. I wasn't one of them. Trump 2024. Yes, sir. but uh, but that's beside the point. I don't want them. I don't care too much about the politics aspect and with athletes, and I definitely don't care too much about what LeBron think in regards to politics, even though I believe he's the GOAT. So I can say that. Cool, right? But this isn't about the politics. What this is about is LeBron James is saying that he is quitting. He is taking a hiatus from social media. And so this source comes from NBA News, one of the top stores right now. And this was printed out by on November 20th. So, and what was said was Kleiman, and I think this article was written by Kleiman. So LeBron James says, and with that said, I'll holler at y'all getting off social media for the time being. Y'all take care. And everybody, I wouldn't say everybody went into an uproar. So let's backtrack a little bit. So based off of one of the quotes, it says we can all acknowledge that sports is the last part of the society that universally brings people together. So why can't the coverage do the same? Kleiman wrote that day. It's only clickbait when you say it. When the platform is so big, you can make the change and allow us all an escape from real life negativity. I, for one, find it all a waste of breath. James on the Instagram posted of screen grab of Kleiman's post added the caption, damn shame, well, end quote, damn shame, what is to come, end quote. And of course, what he said, you know what I'm saying? With that said, I'll holler at y'all getting off social media from the time being. Y'all take it. Deuces and the King Crown. And so, with this being said, now I'm not sure how this spiraled, but I believe this is coming from the aspect of Bronny James. And what I mean by coming from Bronny James is the backlash that Bronny James has been getting lately since he got into the NBA. Everybody is expecting Bronny James. Everybody has high hopes for. They had high hopes for Bronny James. They had, they got high expectations. Now, should I say that they should? To an extent. I'm gonna say to an extent, and the only reason I'm gonna say to an extent is because if you're with arguably one of the one of the greatest players in the world to ever play the game of basketball is your father, you should be doing everything in your power to be better or as great as your father is, which I believe that he is. But again, people's light shines at different times. And so Bronny has been getting a lot of backlash. He's not performing. He's not performing in regards to what people have the expectation for. And so now he's in the G League and he has yet to have a breakout game. And how I'm looking at this is this. And I'm being objective when I say this. Mind you, I want to set the precedent by saying this. I am a former hooper. I played college basketball. So I'm not just a random ass fan who never touched the basketball before, who never played it, who never played organized basketball on any sort of level. I played basketball all up through and when I was a youngin, through middle school, through high school, through college, and I was good in all of them. You understand me? check the records. I was good in all of them. However, I didn't go pro. So you can say that. I didn't go pro. That's on my own fault though. But that's neither here nor there. It's just setting the precedent and letting you know that I do understand basketball. I do know the game. And I can see certain things. And what I see a player, Bronny James, that hasn't flipped the switch yet. What do you mean, Courtney? What I mean is this player has not flipped the switch yet. Meaning something's holding Bronny James back. Is it his dad? Is it the media? Is it all the attention? Is it the fact that everybody's talking down on him, or there's so much expectation from him? Maybe is it from the staff? Is it from, you know what I'm saying? Is it from Coach Reddick? Who is it from? Me personally, objectively speaking, it hasn't been enough time for us to put judge on Bronny James yet. It hasn't been. I don't care. I don't care what the NBA players say. I don't care what Stephen A. Smith say. I don't care what any other player says right now, or any other Jordan Loving fan, or any other person that watches the game of basketball. It has not been long enough yet to count this kid out. I'm hearing a lot of people, oh, he can't play basketball. He don't even know how to play. If you sit and watch the game, if you know the game, if you can really see the game, you can tell a player that can really get off. They showed spurts of it. It's just like, bro, just cut it. Just cut it on, bro. I know it's there. Just cut it on. I see it. I see it. I'll give you an example. When I played JUCO before I went to my 4 year, before I went to a 4 year and played, we had this guy. We had this player, man. Dude was freakishly athletic. I'm talking, wasn't even tall, but he was like 5'10", I know he was about 6 feet. He was about 6 feet. Solid 6 feet. Extremely athletic. I'm talking can jump out the gym, bro. Little frail little joker though, but could jump out the gym. Quick, lateral speed. Can go north to south fast as hell. Shifty, handles. Wasn't really a good shooter, but wasn't afraid to shoot. He had the potential. You ever seen one of those players where you're like, okay, bro, if I had what you had, I'd be in the league. He was one of those guys. And it's just, he never, it's always, it felt like every time he was about to do something great, he just stopped. He just took his foot off the gas. As if he didn't want to shine. As if he didn't want to outshine anybody. And I saw it. I was looking, I said, bro, I know you got it. I know you can do it. I seen it. I seen it before. Like, I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it at practice. I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it when we're playing pickup. I've seen you go off. I'm talking off. Can't nobody guard you. I've seen it. You just gotta just flip the switch, bro. Just flip the switch. Stop worrying about who watching you. Stop worrying about everything else. Just play. And this is the thing that I think is going on with Bronny. Bronny has it. He has the athleticism. He can guard. We see that. Dude can guard. He's athletic. He pretty much, but he can play defense like your dad. He got the you drive by him, he gonna run behind you and block the shot. He got that from his dad all day. He has the athleticism. He's gonna only continue to get bigger in size. I don't think he's done growing. He's gonna get bigger. So that the size aspect isn't a big deal to me, because you had small guys come into the league. You had Stephen Curry, you got Dame Lillard, Russell Westbrook 6'3", Curry 6'3", Dame Lillard 6'1", 6'2", Chris Paul 6'1". So you got small guards, bro. It's not like everybody in this bitch is 6'8". He can play. We've seen the glimpse. We've seen glimpses of it. We've seen glimpses of it. We know he can play. He just had to flip on the switch. And so I think this is why LeBron is taking a hiatus from social media, because he's hearing all the backlash about his son. Which I get it. Everybody's gonna talk. What is he doing, bro? He only got 4 points. He's only scoring 4 points. He ain't doing nothing, bro. He don't deserve to be in the NBA. He don't deserve to be in the NBA. And yeah, you got first rounders. You got first rounders who on the. You got first rounders doing TikToks instead of balling out on the court. And y'all are here worried about Bronny James. We understand what's going on here. Yeah, we knew they wanted to get on the court together. LeBron James been talking about that since when he was in Cleveland the first time. He been talking about that for the long, right? But now that he's here, second round. Let me say it again, because apparently that ain't mattering to nobody right now. Because they're treating this kid as if he was a first round top 10 pick. Second round, 55th pick. Let me say it one more time. Second round, 55th pick. What are you expecting from a second rounder, 55th pick? I see the glimpses. I see what he can do. We all seen it. But a lot of y'all I think what it is, y'all are projecting because of the simple fact that LeBron James, y'all tried y'all best to put as much slander on him as y'all wanted to, but he still overcame, and that's why he go. And I think because y'all couldn't get LeBron James, y'all are taking all that shit out on Bronny James. But like I said, me personally, I'm giving him 3 years, 3 to 4 years to come into himself, to come into his game, to grow in size, develop the type of player that he's gonna be, and then I'll start making my, okay, well, I don't know, he may not be it. I gotta give him grace, bro. 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years. Gotta give him grace. But within those 3 to 4 years, he has to continue to keep getting better. I think he's gonna get, of course, I think he's gonna make it onto a team in the NBA once he builds his confidence back up through the G League. They're gonna bring him back up. He's gonna do this thing. I guarantee it. He just has to block out the crowd. He got to block out the noise, social media. I personally think he should get away from social media. I think Bronny James should. Forget what LeBron James talking about. I think Bronny James should get away from the media. He should play every single game in the G League, every single game, away and at home. Travel with the team, away and at home, on the bus, stay in the hotels with him, build that chemistry. He needs to do all of that, just as if he was a regular rookie, and not LeBron James' dad, not LeBron James' son. Because if you do that, I think he's gonna be something right. I think he's gonna be something nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think Bronny James is gonna be something nice. But I am giving him 3 to 4 years. I'm giving him 3 to 4 years. I'm giving him grace. Because he didn't have much time in college. So he really didn't have that. He really didn't have that full-on experience, college experience. So it's kind of, he played a few games and then jumped right into the NBA. So we shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. But that's what that thing is about. That's what that's about. So one of the things I want to do before I dive into this next segment, man, make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. It helps the algorithm continue to keep pushing. And as I said before, go and get you a comfort hoodie today, 15% off. Link is in the description. You feel me? Look, man, look, this thing comfy though. You hear me? This thing is comfy, dog. Nice and thick, especially if you in one of them cold places. I'm in Arizona. So if y'all in the cold place, like if you up north somewhere, definitely go and get you one, bro. Look, peep. Look at this. Got the little tag at the top type shit, bro. Like, hey, Go and get y'all a comfort hoodie, bro. Stop playing. Stop playing. So on this last segment, man, it's kind of one of the things I want to start adding to it too. It's a money segment. And so the money segment is first and foremost, I want to say I'm not a financial person, not a professional, none of that. I just tell you guys what I do. And therefore, if you decide you want to adopt the same habits that I'm doing, then hey, do what you will. Just let you know, just seek professional help. Because I ain't that. I'm just telling you what I do. So what I've been doing lately, shout out to Anton Daniels. I'm one of the bag chasers. And I've been listening to a lot of things in regards to the stock market, since Trump. Um, and just paying closer attention to the things I'm doing with my finances and how I'm continuously trying to better myself and my family in our financial situation. Not saying that we're in a messed up situation, but I want to make sure that I start to develop these habits and have these habits in place. So once I start to make more money with my content, when y'all start interacting with your boy, when y'all start super chatting your boy, when y'all start sending your boy cash apps, and I start getting paid through AdSense, and then y'all start supporting the comfort brand, you know what I'm saying? And all of that good stuff. I already have this foundation in place. And that way I can just continue to keep growing my wealth and, becoming a millionaire because I'm telling y'all right now, you're looking at a millionaire right here. You're looking at him. I'm calling it right now. So y'all gotta make sure y'all hold me accountable so I can keep showing up every single week. But so one of the things I've been doing that I've learned from Anton Daniels, and I adapted the things that he does, and it has been working for me so far. So I don't know if you guys know anything about um, saving. I don't know what you guys' money situation is, but one of the things about me is that I'm big on having my money work for me. And one of the ways that I found out that money works for me in my sleep is instead of having a savings account, what I did, I ended up opening up a brokerage account. What is a brokerage account, Courtney? So a brokerage account is something like where you can look at stocks, you can ETFs, bonds, mutual funds, things like that. You can even set up an IRA in the Fidelity, I mean in the brokerage account. I personally use Fidelity. And I told my friend about this last night. So what I've been doing, every paycheck that I get, every single paycheck, not one skipped, I have a certain amount that goes into that brokerage account. Every single paycheck. I don't look at it. I don't do the transfers. I don't do anything. My money goes right into that account. It's basically like paying yourself first. That's what I do. I have it going right into that account. And what's going on is I have my money in an ETF. So it's basically a group of different stocks. I'll give you an example. So you got like Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Meta. These different companies are all in one ETF. And so I have my money going into an ETF. And what that is doing is it acts as a savings account because constantly having money going in there, however, that money is working for me. So when the companies do well, guess what? It goes up, right? So it's playing the long game. That's what it's about. It's not about the quick dollar. It's about playing the long game, and that's what I'm doing, playing the long game. And so what's going on is I have a certain amount going into that account, and that my money is growing over time. It's continuously compounding on each other. As the money is growing because I'm investing into it, the stocks are also doing good, which adds more money onto what I'm already investing, which creates which creates that compounded interest, which allows my money to keep going up. And also, I'm investing in my IRA as well, and it's doing the same exact for retirement. So, for those of you who didn't know anything about that, there's a little tip for you. One of the things that I'm doing, and might I tell you guys, I started investing. I started doing this since October 1st, around October. We are in November, and let me tell. I'm not investing $500-$600 every paycheck. I'm only investing a little bit. And might I tell you, my money has grown significantly. It's not cap. I wish I could show y'all right. But my money has grown significantly since I started doing it. I haven't lost money. I'm not needing for money or anything like that. It's literally it's not like I don't it's like I don't even have it and I'm not paying attention to the money. It's just going in the account and it's constantly growing. And when I looked at it yesterday and I was like, God damn, my money grew this much. So that's a tip for y'all, for those of you who didn't know what a brokerage account was. And I'm telling you what I did. I got rid of my banking savings account. I got rid of the savings account and used my brokerage account as my savings account so my money can continue to keep growing and building over time. So if you want to know more about that, hit your boy up, shoot me a message, and I can give you a little bit more information about it, about what I do. But again, also seek professional help. I am not a professional, right? So this show was good. I needed that one. Great show. Great show. Look, again, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you are not a subscriber yet. Also, go and get you a comfort hoodie. It's 15% off using my code. All you gotta do is click the link in the description. It'll take you right there. You ain't gotta worry about putting the code in because it's already there. Go and get you one right now. They have many different colors, many different styles. Go check it out. Let me know what y'all think. But in the meantime, your boy will be back next Saturday. I had to do it a little earlier this time. You know, we got some events to go to today. A little birthday party, so I wanted to do it early, but I had to make sure I show up for y'all good people. But make sure you continue to keep rocking with your boy. Make sure you continue to keep showing up with me as I'm gonna keep showing up for you. Like the live. Make sure y'all comment because it can still keep going after this. Share with your people, man, so we can start building a big old community. Man, I want a huge community of people, man. That's what I want. I want a huge community of people where we can talk about real conversations. Sit back and just talk. Sooner or later, man, I'm gonna start bringing people up on here too to have some other conversations and opinions as well. But until that time, y'all stay tuned with your boy.